What's going on, everybody? I'm your host, the Carolina Collector. Before I begin, I want to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you for helping to make this channel possible. The channel does continue to grow, and it's because of all of you that are making that possible. So if you like what you see, you enjoy the content, and if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Smash that like button, comment in the comment section below, and also hit the bell to receive notifications. If you want to help to support the channel financially, I have an eBay store called the Carolina Collector 001. The link is in the description box of every single video and short that I upload here on YouTube. Thank you so much, as many of you have showed up the past couple of days. I really appreciate it. I've had quite a few orders this weekend. As a matter of fact, I already processed one. I have to process, I think, two more. I sold a Mitchell & Ness baseball cap that's been listed on my eBay store for quite some time. Finally sold that one off. I just relisted another one, as a matter of fact. It's a Seattle Mariners hat from Mitchell & Ness and a couple sports cards. I'll probably make a YouTube short about that like I usually do. But anyway, thank you for your continuing support. I will be endeavoring to list more stuff, as at the time of this video, there are over 300 items to choose from. So with that being said, much appreciated. Time to dip into my backlog of stuff that I have not reviewed yet on the channel, and we are going to go in a direction of classic action figures in the form of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. This is Man-at-Arms, and I've been raving about this collection since day one. I started getting these guys, but of course, you know, with the various other hobbies that I'm into, it's very easy to forget, these guys. In particular, a lot of these action figures that are still sitting in my backlog in my closet. My God, I got so much stuff to review yet for all of you. But in due time, I'll get around to all of that stuff. But we're going to free Man-at-Arms here, and already, just by looking at him, he looks amazing. And each one of these is so cartoon accurate. The engineering is just amazing on these. I wish we would have had things like this as a kid. But, unfortunately, with the engineering of the time, the knees didn't bend and they didn't have waist swivel or anything like that. And the accuracy was, so-so. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to knock He-Man because He-Man is an obvious classic. But let me move this back just a little bit so you can see. Actually, you know what? Let me pan the camera up here a little bit so you can get a good look at the entire card. So that's what the card looks like, and that's what Man-at-Arms looks like in his plastic blister, in his plastic prison. It's got the Cartoon Collection logo right on the plastic blister. We'll turn it around. We have other action figures on the back in the form of He-Man, Beastman, Skeletor, and of course, Man-at-Arms himself. And of course, you got all the safety things, and got a little picture of Man-at-Arms targeting what looks like to be a blue dragon with Ram Man standing behind him. But anyway, we're going to free Man-at-Arms from his plastic prison here. We're going to take a really good look at him. So let me get this off camera here quickly, because I have a bad habit of knocking the camera over, when I do these close-up videos. So there's the booklet. Oh, see, that's what I was talking about. Never fails. Never fails. Oh my goodness. All right, so we got him out of his plastic blister. Oh, Prince Adam. Anyway, unlike a lot of action figures, what I love about these is that they don't have those stupid twist ties that I can't stand. So here's Man-at-Arms. Of course, like every other action figure in this line, he's got awesome posability. You can already see how articulate he is. I mean, you can move his head back and forth, up and down, which is great. Reminds me of my father. May he rest in peace, with the handlebar mustache there. Of course, you can bend his arms down, and got a nice elbow bend. He's got a waist swivel. Now, obviously, the hands don't open and close, which I think is a good thing. You do got articulation here at the shoulders. You got a 360 swivel. Of course, they move up and down. You got the leg kick. You got a little bit of a spread right there. He does the Van Damme quite well. You got the knees, like always. You got the ankles that move up and down, and you do have a slight pivot. Unfortunately, it really doesn't move too much, so be careful how you go about trying to pose him. But anyway, Let's get him in some sort of decent pose, you know, standing right between Tila and Prince Adam, which is a tool, by the way. But, of course, when he lifts his magical sword, he turns into the mystical, powerful He-Man. Now, just like the rest of these figures, it takes a little bit of effort to get him to stand up on his own 2 feet, to get his center of gravity correct. And just like with any of the other action figures I've reviewed here on the channel from this line, of course, it's going to take a while to do so, but once you get him in a pose, look at that. He's like, yeah, that's right. I got the chin. I got the handlebar mustache. What do you got? Loving it. Absolutely loving it. So he's got this really ridiculous looking, what looks like a giant lollipop. I guess that's like a billy club, or it could be a trophy, but it's a giant billy club, basically. So I wouldn't want to get hit in the head with that. Oops. You definitely don't want to get clubbed with that. And again, you kind of have to fight him just a little bit to get him to stand on his center of gravity. So he's very back heavy for some reason. Let me try to turn him around here a little bit so we can get his face. There we go. Awesome, awesome, awesome action figure. I mean, he is just amazing. But we're also going to take a look at this little weapon right here that he's got. We'll stick this in his hands, see if he can hold it. He should be able to hold it. If that's one thing I will say about this particular line, is they are very posable. But, you know, again, it could be a little bit of a challenge to try to get them to stand up on their own centers of gravity. And you kind of have to really, really work the figure in to get them to pose. So I'm going to try to get Man-at-Arms to stand up in a basic static stance if I can. And again, he's very back heavy. So there we go. Ta-da! Excellent, excellent, excellent accuracy. I mean, he is so cartoon accurate, just like the rest of these guys and gals in this collection. I'm very proud to be a collector of this set. Let's take a look at what comes in here as far as the booklet and instructions are concerned. I really don't care less about these booklets. I don't save them anyway, but for the sake of the video, it actually shows you removable parts, so I guess you can strip off his shoulder armor and his shins. So it's got that little booklet there. And then, of course, you've got this little comic book, which I really don't collect or care less about. This will definitely be future landfill. But, I mean, if you're a little kid, it's kind of cool, you know, because back in the 80s, they actually came with little comic books like this as well. So, but otherwise, I mean, he is just amazing. He is so, so accurate to his cartoon model. I would like to get him to kind of like get into like that pre-running stance that you always see them doing before they move. I kind of want to get, there we go. There it is. Look at that. Come and get some. Now, Prince Adam, again, wants to take a flop, but there you go. And, of course, let's bring Tila over. Let's get the three of them together in a nice group shot here. This way you can kind of get an idea of where they stand. Literally, ha, ha, ha. See what I did there? And there they are. Man-at-Arms, Tila, and Prince Adam. And that's another one to add to my shelf when it comes to my He-Man collection. The cartoon collection is amazing, and it does not fail to impress. I absolutely love this toy line. I highly recommend it if you're still able to get these figures. I would go out and get them. I still have plenty more to review here on the channel, so stay tuned for future uploads as far as He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection reviews are concerned. We will be back with more. I still probably got about a half a dozen of these guys to review. So thank you so much for checking out this video and watching my content. Don't forget, if you want to support the channel, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications, and do check out my eBay store. The link is in the description box below if you're interested in any sports cards or various other items. Thank you, everybody across the board. Stay cool, stay safe. I know it's hot out there again. It's 92 degrees down where I live today, so just be careful. Check on the elderly and check on the kids because, you don't want to see anybody getting hurt in this heat. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. I am your host, the Carolina Collector, and I will see you all very soon.